Spot by PassionPoet. This is a space for intimacy, vulnerability, transparency. A place where we not only talk about eroticism and sex, but we'll also touch on topics that may make you a little vulnerable, a little exposed. However, this is a safe space where you can disrobe and get real. There is no judgment allowed here. So are you ready? Let's get wet.
I so enjoyed episode 7, from the background music to the author's voice to the words. Yes, that was deep. I truly enjoyed that. Looking forward to hearing more.
The Wett Spot is sponsored by Passionate Words Editing Services. At Passionate Words Editing Services, words are a writer's currency. We help you spend them wisely. For all your editing, proofreading, transcribing needs, follow at Passionate Words Editing on Instagram. That's at passionate.words.editing on Instagram, or on Facebook, on facebook.com/passionatewordsediting. Let's help you spend your currency well. Follow Passionate Words on Instagram or Facebook now. In this segment, I want you to get comfortable as I read one of my pieces, because the words may move you, they may inspire you. Who knows? They may even get you wet. So sit back and listen. Sneak peek. I see you fulfilling my ultimate fantasy, sliding thighs wide in clandestine fashion. Yes, that's the action. Not crudely, but just barely there. Enough for my eyes to pop. I know it's rude to stare, but that peak of pink slinks into my consciousness, and I am transformed. You know I love to peek. Sneak eyes under dress to seek the treasure hidden, and that artistic vision makes my penis rise and scribe in white sticky ink upon the pages of your thighs or upon your insides. Your choice. Speak in tongues as the tongue between your nether lips meets the tongue between my thick ones, swirling, twirling in the rhythm of gyrating hips. Clit, clips, flips, pulses in passionate need as I recite my creed, the pledge of allegiance to your ultimate pleasure. So, as you part your legs under your desk and I seek a peek between your thighs, my eyes grow wide as I slip tongue deep inside. And I catch the first drops of heaven. Hi guys, welcome to the Wett spot. I know you haven't heard from me in a little while, a couple weeks. It's been a bit different. It's been a bit different trying to come up with stuff every week. And after my buffer ran out, I then found myself in a position where I was like, what do I do now? I was finding it difficult, a little bit challenging to find people to record interviews with every week. And I decided to take a little break to try to sort of figure out where I should go with the podcast. So I decided today that I would do one. I would get back on the horse to a certain extent to explain what was going on. For those who have asked, thank you so much for joining in and being a part of the Wett spot to this point. And I am going to be still trying to figure out where I'm going to go with this. So what I want you to do for me is you can, if you're listening to this using the Anchor app, you can leave a voice note and you can tell me what you think about the podcast, what you like, what you would like to see, what you'd like me to read or do. I still want to do interviews. So if you want to be interviewed, knowing what the podcast is about, hit me up and we will try to figure stuff out and figure out how we can get it done. I think I will change I'll change the frequency of interviews though. I think I'm still thinking about it as to where I go, what I do. Yeah. I want to read more. So I'm going to use this episode to read another story. The story that I'm going to read is a part of my new book. One of the books that I've been dealing with. If you followed me enough, you know about my novel Make It Rain. And I'm going to read an excerpt from one of the works in progress, which is a continuation of the Make It Rain story. So I will read it. It's going to be called The White Diamond. I've just entitled that excerpt. It's not a short story. It's a part of the novel. It has not been, if you've been a part of my Erotic Empire community, which is on Facebook, you would have possibly gone into the files section and read it already. But if not, this will be something that will be new for you. And I'm hoping that me reading it will excite you. As I do with all my work, I want you to enjoy. I want you to sit back. I want you to close your eyes and listen to me read this story. I want you to feel the characters. When I write, as I've said multiple times in many, many different places, when I write, I want you to feel. Passion for me is intensity. Passion for me is a feeling of that feeling you can't explain, that feeling you can't put your finger on, but it's just there. That's the feeling that goes from your brain all the way down to your clit, and just you just feel so good all the way through. That's what I want to do whenever I write. Whenever I write poetry, whenever when I ventured into writing stories, when I ventured into writing this novel, everything I write, I want you to be aroused by. I want you to feel. So sit back, enjoy. I will pull up my computer and I will find this excerpt. You and I are gonna have a ball. So I want you to recognize this piece. It is an excerpt of a new book I'm working on, have been working on, I will admit, for a couple of years now. I lost a bit of that mojo and I'm just here now trying to find it back. But it is there. It is called Make It Rain, Rainfall. And if you know how rain ended, think about the words rainfall and think, obviously I want to put a twist to that ending. So let me see how we go. I'm gonna pull up this excerpt. This is a White Diamond. It is written as again, if you've read my work, I write in different points of view. So this is written from a female point of view. And you can see, you can tell me if I did it right. Anyway, I'm going to pull up this for you. I hope you're enjoying. I really want you to message me, let me know, hit me up on the DMs and all that. But we'll talk about that after the show. But I'm going to pull up this poem. I keep saying poem because, poetry is my lifeblood. I will pull up this excerpt and we'll go from there. White Diamond was a statuesque 6-foot nothing model looking specimen of femininity. She wasn't clear-skinned at all, but had a deep chocolate complexion that was contrasted nicely by the blindingly white bra and panty set and white thigh-high boots she wore. Her jet black hair shone in the flickering lights as the DJ started to play Fuck You With My Heels On by Lady Saw. Her body undulated in rhythm to the music seamlessly. Onlookers could tell that she was in her element on that stage as she blew them a kiss, then climbed the nearest pole. She slithered back down again, sensually sliding back down to the floor serpent-like, head down, until she nearly reached the floor and flipped in an almost gymnastic dismount. Seamlessly, she hooked one of her impossibly long model legs over the top rung of the metal ring and thrust her hips over and over towards the audience to the beat of the music, simulating fucking them with a coy look on her face. Money rained down from all angles, trying to coerce her to take her top off. She played in the falling paper like a nymph playing in a waterfall as she dropped her legs, sashayed to the center of the stage, dropped onto her haunches and twerked, rolling her hips and bouncing. The audience roared their approval, especially after her top miraculously disappeared. Topless, White Diamond grabbed the other pole and dry-humped it, working the entire stage to the crowd's delight. An overeager patron reached for her as she played to the crowd. She slid over to him and allowed him to grope her nipples while she accepted his tip in the waistband of her white thong. As Rai the Punani barked from the speakers, he managed to remove her bikini bottom while she lay on her back with her legs in the air, showing him her completely shaven pussy, complete with her signature white diamond pussy piercing. Enthralled, the white, rotund patron breathlessly attempted to finger her, but she moved away, not allowing his fat fingers inside her. Completely naked, she suddenly climbed over the railing and gyrated in his lap. From the look on his face, it seemed like he was in heaven and was quite willing to die right there to maintain the feeling of her bare, glistening pussy grinding on his stiffening erection. Just before he again tried to hold on to her in his bliss, she flipped off his lap and jumped back on stage. Her body suggestively spread on the floor as money rained down on her from all angles. She looked up, locked eyes with me, and beckoned, "Come here." It took a little while before I realized that she was trying to get me to come up onto the stage. I shook my head violently. No, but it didn't seem to faze her. She made it even more obvious that I was to come up stage, exaggerating her crooked finger movements and even pointing, making sure all the patrons knew that she wanted me up there. To my chagrin, a couple of the other dancers came for me and escorted me up on stage, even as I tried to protest. I was made to stand center stage as the music shifted again. It was now a slow, grinding R&B track, "Your Body's Calling" by R. Kelly. I was trying to get away while the two dancers started grinding on my body and kissing me. White Diamond gyrated towards me and joined in the fray. With each touch, with each kiss, my clothing melted slowly away. First each shoe, then my pink blouse, my black lace bra. My work jeans was slowly unbuckled and slid down my legs as I whelped in embarrassment. I tried to cover myself, but my hands were held steady by the dancers as they ran their hands through my hair and over my body. Short and buxom, they slid and undulated over my body, ignoring my cries. Eventually, one light-skinned dancer had my left hand, and her coca-colored complexion had my right. Her coca-colored companion had my right. I was unable to move, standing only in my black bikini panty in the center of the stage. White Diamond looked back at the patron who she teased with a lap dance, almost with a "you haven't seen anything yet" glance, before giving me her full attention. "Relax," she whispered to me, before sliding her tongue in my mouth and her breasts on my skin. The other two girls whined on each hip, but gave over to White Diamond, who had complete control. I whimpered as my black bikini slid down my hips and dropped to the floor. I gasped as her tongue found my clit and spun in an intricate figure 8 on my love button. My cries of apprehension gave way to shrieks of pleasure, with White Diamond crouched in front of me, with her tongue giving me a massage better than any masseuse. Excuse me. And the other two dancers squeezing and kneading each breast. I nearly fell out, but was held by the supporting arms of the dancers on either side of me. I could feel the coldness of a glass dildo being pushed into me as White Diamond pierced my wetness. Somewhere in the haze of sensation, my brain tried to shout out that I was being fucked on stage, but I don't think my conscious mind could understand what my brain was saying. I came hard as White Diamond fucked me. Then suddenly I felt these thick fingers plunging in and out of me. White Diamond had called the fat patron up to finger me. At that point, though, I could care less. I barely saw her strip the tourist of his pants and boxers and spank his bare white ass with a feather flogger as he had his hand inside my pussy. The sight of having him spanked sparked something in me, and I just came and came and came. Who knew I was a dominator? I was into domination like that. Eventually, the set came to an end. White Diamond gathered her money and gave her white patron a look as he scrambled down off stage. She was going to disappear with him into one of the VIP rooms to the side of the stage as I was being helped off stage by the other dancers. I was almost drunk with coming, so I was helped back into my clothes as Abby came up to sit with me. That was an excerpt from Make It Rain, Rainfall. What did you think about it? Hit me up, let me know. Before we go, let us leave you with some words of inspiration to inspire you to have a great day and a great week. The great Tina Turner said, "Whatever is bringing you down, get rid of it, because you'll find that when you're free, your true self comes out." Have a great day. Thank you once again for joining me in this episode of The Wett Spot. I can be found on Instagram at _Bajan PassionPoet _. My original account was deleted by Instagram censors, so I try to have the same name but with 2 underscores on either side. Bajan PassionPoet with 2 underscores on each side. You can also find me on Twitter, Bajan PassionPoet, but it's BAJNPASSIONPOET. That's BAJNPASSIONPOET. Bajan PassionPoet with the second A taken out, just because Twitter won't allow me to be great. I have my whole name there. You can find me also on Facebook, PassionPoet 246. You can search for that, or the Erotic Empire. The Erotic Empire, so that's facebook.com/PassionPoet 246 or facebook.com Erotic Empire. I have the books. The books are on Amazon. There's erotic, there's seduction, there's offering, there's quotes of passion, and there is make it rain. So there is a whole lot of information coming. I'm going to try to do my podcast a little bit differently. I still, like I said earlier, want to do the interviews, but I think I'll do the interviews once a month or something. I'm still trying to figure out on my what I'm gonna do with the I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do in terms of the frequency of podcasts. I'm going to be a little bit freer. I'm going to try to be a little bit freer and ease up on the rigidity of the format, so to speak, and to see how things go. I still want to have some intense topics, but I think I will be doing a little bit of tweaking from the ground up, so to speak. So what I want you to do, like I said, send me a voice note or DM me. Hit me up and DM me or whatever. You can check me out again, PassionPoet.com as well. You can check me out on all these different things. If you know me, if you have my contacts already, hit me up. If you don't, you can check me out on the things I've mentioned. But thank you once again for being a patron of Make It Wet. I'm thinking Make It Rain. Let's get wet. Thank you so much for being a part of the Wett Spot. And like I said, I'm going to try to be a little less rigid and a little bit more free, and I'm hoping that this new format gives a little bit more of, I hope you like it, so to speak. I really do hope you like it, and I'm really hoping that we can build a family with this podcast. So, I'm PassionPoet. Let's get wet.